Welcome back to Rick's Reflections, where we take a look at the upcoming Sunday Gospel reading and see how it applies to our lives today. This Sunday, we're going to see the Sadducees come and try to be witty with the Lord. And they're going to bring a scenario that, to me, seems pretty ridiculous. Could it have happened? Sure. Very obscure. But they're going to bring it to him nonetheless. And once again, to try to trap him and try to get him off of his game. But he is the Lord, so it's not going to happen. See, the Sadducees come up and say, well, if a woman marries a man and the man dies, and she's bound by law to marry the brother, and then that one dies, and that one dies, and ends up she marries 7 brothers. So at the resurrection, whose wife is she? Because she was married with all of these guys. And I can only imagine what Jesus' emotions must have been at this moment, but reading the words, he's very calm. And he walks them through the process and in their error of thinking, and reminds them that in this age we marry, but in the next age we do not. And it's actually really simple. When we move on from this life, we are either in the presence of the Lord or we are not. And those are the two most important things. Hopefully we're in the presence of the Lord, to which all of the things pale in comparison. When we get to heaven, I know we like to wonder all these questions, right? If when I get to heaven, I can't wait to ask God why he created mosquitoes, or is my dog going to be there, or all these questions that we have now, which makes sense because we live here. But if we logically think about it, when we die and are in the Lord's presence, who is the fulfillment of all things that we could ever hope or imagine for, we won't care about all these other issues. What we will care about is simply being in his presence. So today, may we practice for heaven. This week, let's all practice for heaven. Let's really enjoy being in the presence of the Lord. If we go to Mass, then let's just enjoy being in his presence, not worrying about questions that we might have, or why this or why that. If we get a chance to, let's go to the Adoration Chapel and just spend some time with the Lord. Be in his presence. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next time on Rick's Reflections.